Hey, it's Miss Six coming to you with a gig review. Last night, as you can tell by the lack thereof voice, I went to see an amazing gig at the Northcote Social Club, which I'm on record as saying is one of my favourite local venues. It's so good for sound and lights and photos and visibility, everything. Just love Northcote Social Club. Last night, Ablaze put on a gig and they brought their friends to party. They had the Vendettas and a band we'll talk about in a moment from Sydney called Wicked Things. So the night starts, I get picked up by my beautiful friend Lainey, hello if you see this, in her Ace Ford XR6. So I was always off to a rock and start rocking up to a gig in a Ford. Dreams. Anywho's, rock up to the gig, get to the door, I'm at the ticket counter. First person I see is Paris. Wins for days. It's going to be a good night when that is literally the first person you run into. Very brief. Hi, Mum. Boom. They're off. Oh, okay. I'll catch you later. Get inside and the Vendettas were already on and I'm very sad. I think I missed the first song, which is a real shame, but it happens unfortunately. But what I did catch, which was the rest of them, was amazing. If you haven't seen this band yet, I highly recommend you give them a go. They are sensational. They're a band I've been banging on about for a long time, just a really good rock band. Had a terrible run with COVID, like everyone did, like everyone is affected, but it just seemed the Vendettas, it just seemed like every time they got a window to book a gig, COVID would rear its head and it'd be postponed or pushed back. So it was ace to see Steve, Jared, James, Rick, all the boys actually doing their thing. They are a sensational live band, as I said, real hard rock kind of vibe. Gav, if you see this, welcome. Gav flew all the way down from New South Wales, and I made the comment to Gav that Steve's voice to me has got a Buck Cherry kind of vibe going on. I don't think their music sounds like Buck Cherry, but just the vocals, there's got a real Buck Cherry vibe to me, which is a good thing. So, the Vendettas started things off and they said, well, you know, it's our job to warm up the room and get you guys ready to party. So here we are, and they absolutely delivered. So really good set. I was actually listening to the Vendettas before I went to the gig as my warm-up music, and I made a comment on good old social media going, oh, you know, hope they play Face to Face and Guardians. I really like those two songs. And guess what? Neither of those songs made it. So that was quite amusing. Having said that, the rest are absolute crackers as well. I was happy they finished with Sling and Mud because I particularly like that one too. So the Vendettas got the party started and such a great fit. Good, solid, hard rock band. Absolutely recommend you check them out. Next band up was a bit of a treat for me. I always like a band I don't know because, you know, isn't that what we're all about? Discovering new bands. This is why I talk to you about it, so I can tell you who I found and what I thought of them and why I think you should check them out. Next band, I must have been living under a rock. They were from Sydney and not a band I was across before, Wicked Things. So I'll just say that nice and slow on my croaky voice so you can go follow them on the socials if you're not already. Wicked Things. They describe themselves as hard and fast riffs. This is a band, like if you grew up loving Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue, Metallica, and I don't think they're glam rock, but they're definitely rock. They were amazing. Blew my mind. For someone who'd never even heard of them, I was just blown away. Massive stage presence. They came on and they just looked like absolute rock stars and very appealing on stage as performers. The lead singer had me at hello because he was wearing like an animal print jacket. Like that's always going to catch my attention. It's like, oh, we got some rockers here. And they slayed really tight, really engaging, really awesome tunes. And the only regret I have from last night that I can remember is I forgot to visit their merch stand before I left. So I'm absolutely going to unfuck that. I'll get on the interwebs and find their music. I believe they did actually release a song recently. Really great band. Absolutely blew my mind. Complete surprise to me. Not a band I was familiar with. And boy, will I be going back for more. So really high energy rock, good fun, just great band. Few fun facts about them because I'm a stalker now. I know this band. I'm like, oh, I like them. I need to know more. 4 brothers, which is probably something I haven't come across before. And incredibly talented, all in their own positions and settings. They all bounced and connected with each other really well on stage. It was such a vibe, really well done. the guitarist Blade was playing this bright pink guitar. I was like, hey, hello, Kitty, that's so bright. I was having a chat to him later on, and I found out he actually sprayed that guitar himself. It used to be white. So go and look up the videos and whatnot and check out what I'm talking about. It will make sense when you see it. It's quite the statement. But boy, did he know how to work it. Amazing. So yeah, Wicked Things. I highly recommend you go and find this band. They are incredible. As a matter of fact, I'm not being paid to say this. This is purely coming from my passion of wanting to introduce new music to people. If you haven't already heard it, I'm pretty sure they said they were doing a gig on, I think it was the 8th of April. They're coming back to Melbourne. I think I remember hearing that, as you can tell by the voice. May have partied a little hardy. So please research them, go and find out if they are coming to Melbourne on the 8th. If I have actually remember that correctly, get there. You need to see them. Which leads us to the headliners, Ablaze. It is no secret this is one of my favorite live bands, local bands, and has been for years, literally 5-6 years I've been banging on about these guys. That's off the top of my head. Tonight there was an extra element because the new bass player did their Melbourne debut, and it just so happens to be that I gave birth to said bass player Paris, and it's probably really impossible for me to be unbiased and give an outside opinion. So what I will say is what I said to them after the gig. I said I actually forgot who was playing bass because I was so lost in the music and so lost in the vibe. So to go back, for anyone that might not be familiar with Ablaze are just an amazing, fun rock party band. You are going to have a good time when Ablaze come on. You are going to dance, you're going to shake your ass, you're going to sing, you're going to be entertained. Danny is like crazy frontman, just jumps around and goes nuts. Matt just loves what he does. Ben, he loves his guitar. He's just a performer. Paris did a great job on bass, slotted right in. It was like they'd always been a part of the band, and I certainly mean no disrespect to any previous Ablaze bass players. I just meant that you wouldn't know that Paris was new. They just slotted straight in. It was really good. Mango is always amazing on the drums, and I love it when he smiles when he's playing. That's just someone who loves what they're doing. Usual crazy Ablaze antics. There was rum being poured down throats of band members and punters and everyone. There was lots of jumping and interaction. Just a high energy, good fun, good time, and they never fail to deliver. And again, I have been saying how much I love Ablaze for years. So the fact that they have an amazing new bass player is just cherry on the cake for me. That's just wonderful. So to be completely unbiased, I guess it would be fairer to go with what other people were saying. So, it was really funny for me. I was kind of loving life. I'm in the crowd watching it, singing along, doing my thing. And all these people are coming up and patting me on the back and giving me high fives and thumbs up. And I'm like, man, I just gave birth to Paris. They're the ones doing all the work up there. So that was pretty sweet. Pretty special to be blown a kiss. I did see that. It made my night. But the people from the other bands, the guys from Wicked Things and Vendettas were very praiseful of Paris and said, wow, wouldn't have known they were new, slotted right in, really good fit, great playing. So Caleb from Wicked Things was particularly kind about their bass playing ability, so that was really cool. So that was my night. I guess besides the amazing tunes, highlights for me were obviously seeing two bands I already love and very familiar with and knew I would get a great show out of both of them, being the Vendettas and Blaze. Discovering a new band who I also really loved was Ace, Wicked Things. You must check them out. But always it's so wonderful to just run into people, and this is my first gig pretty much since COVID hit. I have just not been ready to go out and just do it yet. So, when I'm missing Orpheus, Mega and Triple Kill, something's wrong. So this was the one that got me out, and I'm very grateful. I saw so many amazing people, Lainey and Les and Andrew and Taylor and oh my gosh, Paul and Cass and Alex and Emmy and my God, I know I've forgotten a million people, Jocelyn and Tori, just everyone. You know what? There was lots of people there and we all had a really good time. Gav, oh my God, Gav, jeepers creepers. So yeah, really, really good time. If you have the chance to see any of these three bands play, I highly recommend you seize it. If you have the chance to buy the music or stream the music, if you haven't already, get on it. You will not be disappointed. If you like rock, this was three of the best. An absolutely epic night. On that note, I'm going to sign off. I hope you enjoyed the review. Go check them out. 10 out of 10 from me. Outstanding. 6 out. Bye.